That should be enough. And if you'll excuse me for a moment, well, let's just check that it's actually on YouTube first. There's just one more thing I have to do, unfortunately. Sometimes, just to fill you in, sometimes at YouTube you kick off and it just gives you a green screen. There we are, we're live. So if I may, I just want to put the thumbnail on there, folks. It won't take a second. Oh, what a terrible start. Just going to delete the old one and put on the new one for us. YouTube can be quite bothersome. Some people do get the green screen from time to time, and YouTube don't seem to be. It's very hard to find anything in there. This is going to be a problem stream now, folks. I bet you. This is going to be a problem stream. It's going to be one of those difficult ones. It's going to be one of those, folks. Bear with me now for a moment. Get this up and running. I just want to confirm that YouTube isn't giving us a green screen again. Some people do get the. There we go. We're back. Okay, we're back. We're back, folks. Okay, so it's not aligning for some reason. That's because. That is probably because I have to init request. Nope. Okay, it's giving us reserve fuel weight. Put one in reserve there, and cost index 50. And right. Did I activate the rate? No. That would be probably a problem. 38,000 feet. That's where we're going to. N1 limits and takeoff V speeds. No. Okay. Let's just check it here. That's all good. Takeoff flaps 5. CFG should be in there. Yes, it is. Very good. I can't recall now what it was to get the V speeds up and running, folks. Bear with me now. Climb. Oh, index, wasn't it? Index. Performance. I'll just follow the flight plan, shall I? Tucker Fengas is Tucker Franga Gas. I can't pronounce it, Tucker. Welcome. Algoron Sour Gravies with us as well. Greetings. Is YouTube there having issues? Yes, it is. It is. I thought I'd just stop the stream and start it again because just some people are getting green. I was getting green screen while I was watching it there. So I'm going to hit the play button here. And just make sure that it is all good. Okay, there we go. So let me know if you get any green screens or anything. You shouldn't. It should be gone now. Let's hope so. Okay, folks, let's get the checklist out. All right, and some lights would be nice. And not a great start to tonight's stream, in all fairness. Get those bottles up there. A little bit of atmosphere, folks. That should be good for now. And up here, perhaps as well. Get some brightness up. Very nice. And on the way, the crew's going to sort out some music as well. It does get a little bit dull. Did I switch on? The APU is on. Okay, let's go for the checklist, folks. Otherwise, things will be out of sequence, and we all know what happens when things are out of sequence. Okay, partner brake is set. Battery is on. Standby power, guarded and closed. Yes. Let's put on the fuel pumps as well. Good. But that's on as well. APU is started. APU generator. APU generator is on. Position lights, steady. They're on steady. Logo limit, logo light. Logo lights on. There we go. Cabin lights is required. Emergency exit lights. Now, where was that? That was up here somewhere. There we go. That's it. Oh, guarded. Closed. Okay, that's fine. Passenger signs. Yeah, I'm not worried about that particularly. Packs auto high. Packs are auto. We'll leave them in auto for now. IRS mode selectors. Now, we want to make sure we're aligned because it's not doing it, folks. Oh no, it's off. I don't remember doing that. Of course, we did restart, didn't we? Okay, that should be it. They should be on nav now. Let's double check that though. Let's get our view in here. It's a little bit awkward. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Add alt to go back. There we go. There we go. It's on nav on both. Okay, so that should be pretty quick. I have sped it up in the FMC there. Let's go back to the proper seat position. Yes, it's not easy sometimes. It's not easy. Okay, great. Iris mode selection off to nav. Yeah, FMC set. So, okay, so let's just have a look here. Take our time one to the other. Okay, so that's what I didn't do. Copy you into you. There we go. Let's then go to route. We've requested our flight plan. That's done. V speeds aren't coming up though. So what have I left out there? There's something I have left out. Now, of course, there's something I've left out because I haven't put in a departure runway, have I? No. So we are departing. Runway 09. And of course, SimBrief did not give me any set or star. So what we can do here is we can just check here. I don't want that one. No. 09. I think the first one would be good enough, folks. We are going to the... set the V button here. I want to go to the left. This way towards the UK. So that's not going to work. Nope. So I've got to guess now. A little bit. No, that won't do. Just going to go out this way. 09. We've not many more to go. Nope. We'll try that one. There we go. That'll do. See how, like, we're going to get some discontinuities, but we'll fix it on the way. Okay, so that's our departure. Now, arrival is going to be a different thing because we didn't get one. If anyone knows why that happens, let me know. Quaggy saying YouTube isn't broadcasting grip. God. Let's just check that again here. Let's just check that it's gone out with YouTube. I can't work with these guys. Oh, it is now. Just refresh your screen. Try that one. There we go. Yeah, it is broadcasting. I think that was a message early there. Quaggy UK. Just me watching here too. Great. That was from earlier on, I think. Okay, so it is broadcasting for me if I put it on another window. Great. So flight FMC. Okay, so that's our departure. I'll give us our V speeds, of course. Arrival, departure, arrival. YouTube's fine. Thank you, Clappy D. Thank you very much. We're arriving into runway 15. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I put in direct. I'm just going to put it in execute here. We worry about that the way. I just don't understand SimBrief sometimes. It just didn't give me a star. I tried it twice and it wouldn't give me one. So let's just have a look and see what it's given us so far. We'll worry about it on the way. Let's go to 40 miles out. Let's go to plan mode. And let us go to the start of legs. Step, step, step. There is a discontinuity there. Get rid of him. Very nice. That's fine. That's good. Step. All the way. Come on. Now, what we'll do is, we'll get rid of that discontinuity then. How about that? That doesn't look bad, considering I haven't even looked at the charts. We've got a nice, you know, about maybe 30 degrees, 25 degrees onto the ILS there. That looks okay to me. So we got away with that one today. Got away with that one. Now let's get to the fee speeds. Legs. No. Let us go to init. My limit. Take off. There we go. Now we got a fee speed. So silly of me. That's for me rushing everything. There we go. Trim's 599 or 6 really. 599. That looks. That will do. Oh, no, 599. It's way up here. 5. 5.5. And almost 6. There we go. Very nice. And FMC, I think that's everything for the FMC there for the moment. Now, actually, while I'm here, we do that thing we did with Robert Himes. Isn't it Robert Himes yesterday? Isn't it? Ian, greetings to you. Quaggy, I just had green screen. Quaggy, have you got... just let me know again. I don't know if that message is old. But Ian seems to be thinking it's okay. That's okay, Ian. Don't worry. You're not late. You missed the bad bit. I had a bad start. You missed the bad bit. Where was I? Yeah, so I want to do that ring thing. The ring thing. It sounds like a song. I want to do fix. Which is a genius. So we're going into Birmingham, Echo Golf, Bravo, and I want it to be the first one to be 5 miles. Oh, really? No, yeah, Echo Golf, Bravo, 5 miles. Oh, hang on. I've got to put the fix in first. Okay, there we go. So that's the fix on the radial. It doesn't really matter about the radial. I put in 180 at 5 miles, the first one. And I put 180 at 10 miles for the next one. A great visual aid. There we go. So that's that done. More pages here. Fix info. You can do all sorts of stuff. Oh yeah, there are other fixes. Okay, so that's just from one position. So I've got 2 fixes from the one position, and I got circles going around the airport. So effectively what I'm doing, when I get to 5 miles, when I get to 10 miles, it's flaps 1, isn't it? And then 5 miles flaps down to, what's it, 15? I wrote it down here somewhere. It was, yeah, when it's 10 miles out was 10 miles out was flaps 1, below 200 knots. And then 5 miles out, flaps 15 gear down, and then the rest of the flap schedule, as far as I'm aware. So that's kind of cool. All right, well, that's that done, right? Let's go back to a right then. Can't rush it. See, I just wanted to go very quick like I do with the Airbus, but you can't really when you're kind of learning it again, no? Let's go back to map mode and put it into 10 miles. There we go. I put in the legs there. Right, ILS transponder set. We don't need to do that. ILS max speed. That's the ref speed, isn't it? You put in there, but we put it in 145 there. I'm just guessing. ILS max speed. Henry runway takeoff. Okay, fine. We can do that as we go. Initial altitude set. We're gonna put it right up to the top of the what's it? 38,000 feet. 38. That seems very high. But we've got a reasonable bit to go. Yaw damper, don't forget to put on the yaw damper. Yaw damper, please. I'll have those hydraulic pumps on as well, thank you. Where are you, yaw damper? Yaw damper, there we go. Boom. Window heat. We need that. Boom, 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 boom. Flight altitude set. Heading altitude, yeah, that's fine. Flight director spoke on. Flight director 1 to 2. Tiny little switches there. LNAV and VNAV. Yeah, it's coming on. See? Minimums ref. Now, minimums ref. I have to look into that a little bit more, but make sure we're in we're in hectopascals here, not inches of mercury. Minimums, that's for the return flight. Altimeter reference. Yeah, that's done. Auto brake, reject takeoff. We need that. And doors, and let's get taxiing shall we, folks? So make sure the throttles are all back and they're working. That's good. We're going to start these engines. Is it getting moved off? It has. Let's get rid of all the chocks then. And get rid of the ground power as well. Ground power, you can go. Off. Excellent. Let's have a look at the chat there. There's Robert Times. Get V2 speeds from your FMC. Okay, so, but I thought we did that. Okay, let's have a look here. I want index here. I got the index here. So init refer index. So get the V2 speeds for your FMC and try this one to see if it works with your setup. Turn the left knob on Honeycomb AIS. Oh yeah, of course here. Yeah, oh yes, of course they're going to work. Of course, but they're so badly illuminated. They're not illuminated at all. I can't see it from here. Do you know? So very handy for approach. So altitude upper. Yeah, I've got the altitude all right on my real sim gear. Anyway, will I continue on? I'll continue on. Minimum's rough. Is that for coming into our airport? But we do that on the way in, no? Okay, so let's start this puppy up then. Let's get all the chocks and cones off and whatnot, and let's get going. We'll worry about the rest as we go. We could do some learning in the cruise, no? Because down here, it could be down here indefinitely, because there's so much to learn, isn't there? FS actions, ground surfaces, and ground power release, please. To get rid of the wheel chocks. Is my brakes on? Yes, they are. Good. Let's get pushback. In fact, the pushback I'm going to use the flight sim pushback. It's a little bit more straightforward. Press pushback. There we go. Okay, so we're going to push this back. Let's take the brakes off. There we go. Doesn't like the electrics there for some reason. Gotta put the generator on for the APU, you know. Come on, Mr. Tuck. Seems very quiet today. I've got to get some music going. There we go. Put this in the other window, hopefully. There we go. Very nice. And we want the tail to my right. Let's try that. Is that tail to the, yes, tail to the right. We got who have we got there? We've got Wizz Air and Ryanair there, queuing up there. Oh, they're doing naughty things. And Ryanair behind them. Wizz Air and Ryanair. Get a room. Get a room. Now let's see how we're going to get out of here, folks. Can I get out this way? Yeah, I get up right that way. Okay, so that's fine. So we can stop the pushback. And he just connects automatically. Very good. Very good. Is he going to disappear off and leave us alone? Yes, he is. Very nice. Okay, let's start the engines. Okay, so 4-star checklist, auto throttle, arm. Yeah, let's arm the auto throttle there, please. That's armed. Right, and the fuel pump's good. Fuel pump's already on. I did those quite earlier on. Anti-collision light, let's put that on. Good. Parker brake is to be set. There we go. Ground equipment removed and engine area clear, and packs to off. Packs to off, please. 1 onto 2. Engine 1 start switch. We'll start with the left. Hopefully. We'll get to add some fuel and off we go. Oh, we're just getting temperatures there, folks. If I missed a step, I may have. Let's examine here. APU bleed. APU bleed wasn't on, folks. There we go. Now we're getting some action. And let's some add fuel for the left engine. Here we go. There we go. The sound of the engine starting is very, very low. Really is very, very low, isn't it? Is that our little friend here? Yeah, that's the wobble. Let's start engine number 2. Start the right engine. Good. Let's add some fuel. I was doing this one day before I started the first stream. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was just driven to mount it. I was up here flicking the switches. Is it the APU? Is it, you know, the packs? What's going on? And it was, I just didn't. You got to add fuel. It's not like the Airbus. You got to add the fuel. You got to tell it. Not too long. I wasn't there too long, but it was enough to make me go, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Generators 1 and 2 on. Now let's wait for the engines to start first though, folks. Let's see if we can hear that engine kicking off. It's not as loud as I'd like. Let's have a look at the chat while we're waiting for that to happen. Do hit the like button, folks. How's Colonel Clink? Quaggy UK asks. He's very good. He'll be here with us on Sunday as always. Colonel Clink's in great form. Orbit Time says set V2 in Mac window. Mac window. FMC V2 is 141. You need one set 145. Use FMC 1. Let's just get back to the cockpit here. I just finished the checklist here first. Generators 1 and 2. So that's what it's giving out about the electrics there. CPU, I don't need that. Okay, they must, okay. Good. Now everything's off. Probe heat is to be on. And below that is wing anti-icing and then the engine anti-icing. Wing anti-ice, engine anti-ice, packs auto. Back to auto. ISS valve auto. APU bleed is off. APU off. I want the R to go up, please. There you go. APU's off, good. Engine start switches continuous. That's for the takeoff. We're going to switch those on the way up. Flaps set for takeoff. Okay, let's set 5 flaps. And elevator trim, we set that already. Flight controls full free correct. Recall, that's 800 only. Lower display. Oh yeah, that's the lower display, isn't it? So let's do that. Oops, sorry folks. Make you dizzy. That was that thing here, wasn't it? That should be off. I'm going to leave it on. Taxi lights on. Runway turn off lights is required. We just put the taxi lights. Oh, we put them on to have it. Taxi checklist, great. Before takeoff checklist. Okay, we can do that as we roll, right? So let us go to the beginning of the runway, which is up to the left here, up here, and let's get going. So let's add some power. Brakes are off. Add a little bit of power. Let's get taxiing, folks. Oh yeah, Robert, I did. I didn't use the runway. I used the airport. It wouldn't make a big difference, would it? Centre of the airport. No? We'll fix that in the way. I'll have to go and look at your set V2 in AIS mismatch. Let's see if I can do that here. V2. V1. Is that... See, what I'm confused is it not in the system already? Do you know this here? I'll have to look at a video, Robert. I'll have to look at a video. It's quite tricky sometimes when you're streaming. I'll have to look at the video. Right, we're on our way. We're on our way. Oh, we do the crew. Oh, great. That's what I was thinking, because of the fix, you have to use the runway. I believe, however, I saw you set the airport there. Okay, we'll do that in the way. Oh no, just dial the speed knob 141. Ah, okay, yes. I put in 145, I guessed. Thank you. I see what you're saying there. Yeah, I get you. So for V speeds... .141 is our takeoff safety speed. So you want to have that in there. And that goes in here. Okay, now I see what you're saying. Thank you very much, Robert Times. Robert Times, folks, by the way, is really helping us out here. Because I started without really having a clue. And I still don't really have a clue. But we're going to get from A to B confidently, you know. And then what we'll do when I get a little bit cocky, then we'll start to build on the bones, you know. Did you download the wins? Actually, no, I did not download the wins. I did not download the wins. So, how do I do that? Where do I do the wins again? See, I see it, then I forget where it is. You know, you got to use it. And the recorder, thank you. The recorder there, Clappy D, thank you very much. Recording. We're recording. Legs right. Legs right, thank you. So we're requesting the wins. Left, right. You see, if I do this enough times, you just, you know, you just remember, no? It's not giving us anything yet. It takes a while, doesn't it? There we go. Cruise wins, uplink already. Okay, load those. That'll take a bit. Didn't get much in there. Oh, it didn't execute, no wonder. Okay, so we've done that. Ah! You see what happens when you look down? Do you see? Let's go. We just halt here for a second. And Robert Times saying go to page 2 or 3 and see if there's any... see if there's some download. There are actually, of course. Thank you, Robert. There they are. Great. Okay, cool. Now, Robert, tell me, when we talk about this, I'll read it I'm going to stop reading the comments now. How does that affect the aircraft? You know, what happens? I'd love to know. Anyway, that's all in another video. Okay, let's line up and wait. Let's line up. Landing lights on. Taxiway lights off. I don't need you either. All the other lights are on. Put those on for as well. Also the transponder. TA only. Just in case someone flies in front of us in the same. Flaps are set. It's on the speed brake. Do you arm it? I don't think you do. Lift jumpers, no? Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Brakes. Reject takeoff. And we can use the checklist, of course, got me. Line up and wait. Park, brake, fuel flow. Yeah, reset. Okay, fine. Fuel flow, reset, then rate. We only have 2 people flying these aircraft. Set fuel tanks, yeah. De-ice is required. No. Cabin lights, yeah, fine. Flying instruments, engine instruments, takeoff data, we did that. Nav, equipment, that's fine. Landing lights, strobe lights, taxi lights, transponder. Strobe lights should be actually... where are you, strobe? You see, this is the thing, you start flying a new airplane. I'm looking for it now. But it says here, position. So that should be... So that's the middle centre's off, isn't it? Okay. 12 border FC clock. Okay, good. Let's start the clock. Clock has started. Let's get at the centre of the runway and get out of here. I just want to, at this point, I just want to hit autopilot and chill. But we know it may not make the first turn. Let's see. Does it make this first turn? There we go. 50% please. There we go. That's good. That's stable. Full power. Oh, hit the toggle button. Don't make yesterday's mistake. Where is it? There. I pressed the toggle button. I pressed the toggle button this time. I remembered, Robert Times. I remembered. Forward on the stick. Getting overexcited. 80 knots now. We're going. I hit the toggle button. Thank God I didn't forget that. V1. Rotate. Don't get choppy on me. Hey, hey. What's going on there? Positive rate gear up. Got a bit choppy there, folks. Got a 1490. I'm not pitching 20 degrees. Wants me to pitch 20 degrees. It's getting a bit choppy here, folks. What's going on here? What the deuce is going on here? Now it's all smooth again. How dare you get choppy on me? Autopilot. Feet off the pedals. Oh, it's getting choppy there. What was that about? What's wrong with you, Bremen? A bit choppy. Oh. 5,000 feet of transition altitude. Now, flaps to come up. We're at 160 knots now. So we're not gonna be taking any. So here we go. I'm guessing here, Robert. I'll step back a bit here. Robert Tives is saying on Twitter, he's saying, VNAV profile, altitude and speed calculations is heavily based on winds and altitude settings. So also make sure you have the arrival altitude in the destination and forecast window. Oh my gosh, we're going to get all sorts of problems now because I didn't have my 38,000 feet in here. Am I too late? It's going to start barking off at us here. I don't know what the landing altitude, we'll find out, about 100 feet. Altitude settings. So you make sure you have the arrival altitude and destination forecast page with the strong winds and altitude settings. The airplane will deviate from the profile a lot more often. Okay, so in other words, it's gonna go. It's gonna compete the winds. We lost VNAV there. VNAV back on. We got a subscriber, folks. Welcome, Sion Ak 17. I butchered your name. Forgive me. Thank you for subscribing. Very much appreciated. You subscribe Prime. Wow, thank you very much. Not just a follow, but a subscriber. Wow. How do I? Let me know how I actually pronounce your name. Sionak. It's probably an Irish name. I'm terrible at Irish names. So I spotted the VNAV. Why did that vertical nav? Why? Yeah, because it couldn't. It wanted us to climb at 20 degrees. No, that's just the departure I selected. So that's not a big problem. Right, so after takeoff checks, brakes off, gear lever to the normal position or the off position. We've got flaps to come up yet. Okay, I can start taking the flaps up now. Flaps up to 1 here. I was a little bit late with the flaps. The flaps are coming up. Now we can take them up. Don't they take long enough? They take long enough to come up anyway, folks. So thank you very much for your Irish word for fox. Haha. Oh, thank you, Sonak. Sonak? Sonia. Sonia? Is it Sonia? Is that an Irish for Sonia? Sonak? Anyway, thank you very much. It's the Irish word for fox. I knew it was an Irish name. I can never when I see an Irish name spelling, I'm lost. I know, it's a disgrace. A very aggressive Irish teacher who was very nasty in school. A priest, incidentally. You can't speak Irish, you're not an Irishman. And I said, I don't want to be you. I don't want to be you. Get away. You take your peg. A volume of Peg that we have to read. And, you know, it was this book they made us read. And look, it was Irish, but I didn't really care. I didn't care at all. It was kind of forced upon you, you know. It was forced. And before us, you would never pass your leaving unless you passed Irish. You wouldn't have passed your leaving. You'd just be marked for the rest of your life. You'd be a lower class of person. Effectively, yeah, that happened right after the whole thing. And anyway, so yeah, they made you speak Irish, and if you didn't speak Irish, you couldn't get it. All sorts of stuff. You couldn't pass your leaving cert, and that was a big shame, of course. It's like not passing your GSEs, etc. Wherever you are, your final exams, and if you didn't pass, you've got A's and everything else. It didn't matter. You were cast for life, which was shocking. And Eamon De Valera came up with that, and he couldn't speak Irish at all. Anyway, so my point is, I did not, in any way, shape or form, study any Irish whatsoever, because I didn't like it. And they made us read this book about Peg. She lived in an island. She lived in an island with her son, turned her son off in some island off the coast of Ireland. Very horrible place. It was a very depressing book. What I could make out when I wasn't sleeping in the back of the classroom. Very depressing. It didn't really teach you anything, you know. It was so shocking. So I wrote down in my exam why I'm not good. I didn't bother in my exam, my final exam. I wrote down a little essay saying why I didn't learn Irish in English. This is why I didn't learn Irish, and I had loads of reasons. I was very bitter with the whole Irish thing. I was disgusted. Very bold. Very bold. Alright, we're on the climb and everything's fine. We're sitting fat, dumb and happy. I'm delighted. Can I take my face off for a moment? Boom and boom. And let's read the comments, folks. Anyway, Soniac. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He says, shocking, but I'm not fussed. It's a curveball, all right. It is a bit of a curveball. It is. It's tricky, but you probably, you know. I just remember my Irish teacher screaming, Sonic says, about the Leaving Cert Irish oral. Lads, it's worth 40% of the exam. Yeah, it was everything. Clappy D says, sorry for shouting. Was that me? Should I say? Sorry? I got a bit upset there with the whole Irish thing, didn't I? I did. Robert Times, Des forecast, descent forecast, then put in the data, request the descent winds while you're at it. Okay, we'll do that now. I'll just take a breather here. Just when the stream doesn't start well, I get very upset. Not upset, but stressed. Not too stressed, obviously, but just upset that things don't go well. You know, it should all be smooth and cool. Look, this is why people don't start badly. Right? Because I'm starting badly with the 737 now. And that's why people don't start badly. You know, and you're supposed to improve if you start badly, and that's usually what happens. And I have improved. You know, since the last 2 flights. So it's going to be a bit of a, you know, you got to get through that barrier though, don't you? The starting badly thing. Standard, oh god, it was like almost 10,000 feet ago, more than 10,000 feet ago. Standard barrier once, twice, thrice. Oh man. So after takeoff checks, I was kind of talking there. So we got our transponder on, that's fine. We have our flaps up. Our gears into the neutral position and up, no lights. We have our lights on here. 10,000 feet, they come off. They come off, that's off. APU's off. We'll put that to off there now. At least I remember, I don't mind if it's too late. Do you know? What have I forgotten? I'm going to read the actual checklist, folks. That's what I'm going to do next. After takeoff checklist, positive rate of climb. Well, yeah. Oh, this is immediately after. Oh, this is all memory items. Auto brake off, engine start switches off, gear lever off position, runway turn off lights off, and cabin lights off as required. Or as required. There we go. Climb out checklist. Command ARB. Well, yeah, we did that. So most of it's memory items, isn't it? We're Command A. Altimeter, yeah, that was the set standard 1013. Below 10,000 feet, max 250 knots. Yeah, we barreled through. We're like 21,000 feet already. ATC, yeah. Chat to ATC, passing 10,000 feet, landing nice safety belt signs, fuel pumps. Okay, so put the all passenger thing. Don't forget about them. I don't know what this is. Press the buttons to get the stewardess to make you a cup of tea, but they don't do that anymore, of course, today. And the old days when you were flying. Okay, I'll shut up. Let's read the comments. Folded Up 88 is with us as well as G Cook Scotland. Sorry, hey G Cook Scotland. Story time, my favourite. Yes, it could be G Cook Scotland. You know, story time. Yes, as I get older, of course, that'll get worse and worse and worse, or worser and worser and worser. As I heard someone saying, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Folded Up. If you're using approach in FMC, if it's programmed, the plane will know a landing runway heights. Yes, wind is important, but even Ryanair only uses the average wind or cruise. Wind one or the other, depending on which is highest. VNAV stops the approach. It only needs final approach fix altitude. Okay. Robert Times, still with the wrong or no winds inserted in the speed, can be put off by 10 or 20 knots on descent, and you have to manually adjust things as they go. The airplane will have a tougher time to stick to the profile. Okay, that makes sense, Robert Times. So what Robert Times is saying there, the reason, right, broadly as I get it, when we request the winds here, let me see where I go into. I'm going to go back to the main menu here again, so I'll remember. Does he say route data? Winds request. There we go. We'll do it one more time. Up to the top. We're in. It's from legs page as well. Route data. Request the winds. Right. So all these winds are put in. So the management computer, the FMC flight management computer, can go. Okay. It can change the rate depending on the winds to make the flight more efficient. In really simple terms, I know there's a lot more to it than that, Robert Times. I have no doubt. And that's what you learn under type rating. Now, do I have real world weather? Oh God, I've committed a crime. Because we restarted the sim, didn't we? And we're overspeeding now as well, which is great. Why? Why would we overspeed? Okay, it's just for a little bit. I fixed it. I'll put that down to a glitch. We're almost stop climb here. Now, how many miles in total have we got to go to Prague Fade? Just like the Airbus. We're going to Echo Golf Bravo Bravo, 412 miles. So we're going to speed things up when we get to our climb. So you've got loads of time to chat about stuff and read the comments. And all will be well. Let's have a look at YouTube comments there. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Thanks, Happy Day. It does help the channel. Or be Benando 2.0. Greetings. Hilt if, he says. I don't know what that means. That's German for something. It sounds German. G Cook Scotland came and said hello. Clappy D says, brilliant. Those brothers were not nice people. Yeah, he's talking about the priests we used to have in school, folks. I don't think they're allowed in schools anymore. You know, but they weren't right in the head. I'm sorry, they weren't. Most of them. Now that's not a good thing. Most of them. And I only went to school once in my life, right? Most of them. And you only kind of realise this is after you leave school and live a little, you know, when you get a little bit older. And in school as well, you know it. But you know they're not right in the head a little bit in school, but you just don't see, because they're put in a position of authority, and you're kind of going, what? It doesn't make any sense. And you realise, yes, they're not right in the head. A lot of them shouldn't have even been anywhere near children. Now, not for the obvious reasons that you see in the papers, but generally speaking, they were not moral human beings at all. You know, they were very twisted in their heads. They were not right. They were in a bad place. You know. Now we've got the real world weather on. Thank God. Let's get the cameras back on. They were certainly. I'll get rid of that one there, the OCam. They certainly were not right in the head, a lot of them. Clappy D says, Peg Sayers lived in the blasted islands and talked shite for 100 years. Yeah. You know, a most peculiar book to give small children, folks. Peg. And you didn't learn anything from it. In fact, all the books at school, we had another one called Hard Times. And that's still there. I don't know what to tell you. It was just, it didn't make any sense at all. It made no lessons in it at all. Really, that we could ascertain as a teenager. You know, nothing relevant. Even Tom Sawyer would have been better than that. The one with the whale would have been better. You know, there was no interesting books. There's great books out there to read for kids to learn stuff about. See, they don't want to teach you about life. They don't want to teach you things like that. They won't teach you that. They're probably watching Jordan Peterson on YouTube, and he makes sense, you know, for certain things like relationships and how people change and why people are bitter and how not to be bitter and how not to have what's it called? I can always forget the name. Don't let people make you bitter, basically. You know, all that kind of stuff. What's the term I'm looking for? It's annoying me now. But yeah, all that stuff. But here's my point I'm getting to, right? The point I'm getting to is, so at school, the thing was, teach them everything but nothing. It was designed for factory workers. Do you know? That's where it still is come from. You know, think of the bell. Stand up, sit down. The bell goes on, the bell goes off, clock in, clock out. It's all designed for factory workers. We're almost at the top of climb now. It's just, I mean, you were in there. We're just going, look, this makes no sense. Maths is another one. I could go on about this for hours. Maths is another one. Pythagoras' theorem. What does that do? What does Pythagoras' theorem do? What's the point? You know, the only bits of maths I understood was compound interest. I was interested in that. That made sense. You know, this nonsense of, okay, you're walking down the street 4 miles an hour. You've got 6 miles to go. You've walked for 5 minutes. When will you get to your destination? Where are you? Or something like that. Now, ETOPS on aviation made sense. I get a headache. I'm so annoyed. You know, the point of no return when you're flying across the Atlantic, that made sense. I could work that out. I could work out the massive balance of an aircraft. That made sense. That worked. You know, center of gravity and all that kind of stuff. That was when I got 100%. One of the hardest exams you can think of in the ATPLs. At school, no logic to maths. Just do it. I'll stop, will I? Now back to flying. Coffee D's with me here as well, I think. Let me have a look here. He's good out as well. Brilliant. Those brothers were not nice people. Pegs lived. I said that. I read that. I found out about the interview last week. I got the job. Oh, Peter Bevington got a job, folks. I haven't got the clap button working. What a pain in the neck. It won't work for some reason. Peter Bevington. Well done, everybody. Say a well done to Peter Bevington. He got the job that he was looking for, and he's starting a new job. Well done, Peter. It's not an easy. Sorry, Ian Bevington. What am I saying? It's not an easy task to get a new job, folks, is it? Because you're in a job, and you know you either leave because you hate it. It's never really money. Yeah, and it's hard to actually get the courage up to. I've done it loads of times. To leave, because you know where you are, you know the devil you know and all that kind of stuff, and the uncertainty of a new job. Can I do it? Will they find me out? You know, and all that stuff. And it's a pain because you've got to prove yourself again now. You've got to gain trust with new people that don't know you. But it's a very brave thing to do. Well done, Ian. And that's the only way you can improve yourself. And incidentally, I got myself doing that back in the 90s, all the way to the 2000s. I had no time. All I did was work all week. That's all. And then you go out in the weekend, you get plastered. That means Friday night, and then you're sick on Saturday. And Sunday you're better, but you got to do your laundry and all that kind of stuff. You're just working to live. That's all. That's all I was doing. And so I changed to another job. Yeah, of course there'd be more money, but they'd be a little better in the time. And then you find, oh no, they're actually making me work all these hours again, and put me under pressure, and there's threats involved. Not outwardly threats, but you know what I mean. You know, you got to be a team player. We got to stick in here for the weekend. Where, you know, what the company does is they'll say yes to a client, and they know they don't have the peeps. They don't have the people, the resources, so they'll get you to do the extra work. So they get the extra client. Just to get this. We didn't get any overtime in Ireland. It's very rare to get 1,000 feet to go. So we didn't get any overtime at all. I don't know if you did or not. But and you find yourself in that situation again, and then you're going to move again. Of course, you get paid more because you learn more and da. So, and the study showed in America. I wish I had recorded this. The study showed that people have to. They called it like tree jumping or something. You know, you got to jump that job to get. You can't get you won't get a promotion in a job because you're in a job. This study showed you're good at your job, and they'll keep you there. Now, why would they keep you there? It doesn't matter how much you knew and how good you were and how you knew the clients, etc. They wouldn't hire you because this study says that if they did promote you, well, then they have to promote everybody else below you. Well, that's a lot of work to promote all the people below you. That's an awful lot of work. So they're just going to let him leave, and we'll get someone from outside and slot him in. Much easier for them. So the promotion thing has stopped a long time ago. It's very rare, but that's what they were saying in this study. So what people did was they'd monkey jump. They'd jump from tree to tree. That's the only way you could get ahead back in the days. Interesting. Let's have a look. That's great news here. Well, I'm glad to hear some good news today. This is good news. Clappy D saying well done to Ian for the new job. Sorry for shouting, Clappy D says. Yes, I think you're apologising for me. Ian Bevington smiles. Clappy D, the best-selling book among 15-year-olds in the 80s was Peg Sayer's translation to English, How to Pass the Intercert. Oh, right, yes. I remember that. Wow. Yeah, the Intercert. We are an infant nation then, and now we are teenagers. Good stuff. Well done, Ian. Again, great news. Great news. Robert Times. Now, you can try. Robert's trying to keep me on track here. Robert's training me now. You got to remember, he's on Twitch. He says you can try and see if the honeycomb knobs are working. Grip. For the love of God. I didn't say that. Well, make your approach much easier and your speed dialing. You only need IAS descent knob, full left, and dial speed with the right knob. Okay, let's about that then. So you can't see the label on it because, you know, with the honeycomb you've got to switch a switch before you get the speed or the altitude and all that kind of stuff. So let's just carefully read what he's saying here. Can you try to see if the honeycomb knobs are working? I know they will. Yeah, so it's the speed I want. Right, let's get a light in the phone because it's actually quite far away. Let's look outside and get some mic candy here, folks. We want okay, so it's working. Can you see it there, Robert? So what you're saying is, right? I'm guessing. Okay, now we got it in. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for reminding me and helping out, really. So as I'm coming down, right, I'm going to put in. We can go up to flaps 5 to 250 knots, right? So I'm guessing on the way in, we'll put in the speed in the IS Mach 150. To remind myself, is that it? To remind myself not to overspeed the flaps. Use flaps marked on PFD. Yeah, they're here, primary flight display. Yeah, that's what I do use. So I was wondering, I'm not getting you, that's why. Okay, how far have we got to go? Let's get ready for our approach, shall we? So I can chat it out. Because I did that many times. I'd be chatting away and then, oh my god, I'm only 10 miles away from the runway. So let's go to Prague. 332 miles to go. Can't go much faster than that, folks, at this altitude. We've got a bit of a cruise to go. So let's have a look at the checklist. So altimeter first. Let's have a look at our minimums and all that kind of stuff. Let's get our old friend Navograph open here, shall we? Traffic. Ah, yes, but I have the aircraft set to TA only, so therefore it won't act. Now, I don't know if the 737 will do that. The Airbus went, oh, I got to descend all of a sudden, and I was like, what? What's going on? I didn't know what was happening, and I got into, as they would say in Little Britain, a kerfuffle. Can't see any traffic ahead of me. Let's tag up actually while I'm out here and say hello to the boys. Just following along. G-Cook Scotland, I'm always learning on the stream gripper. Oh great. As am I. As am I. Can't see any tags yet. I'll leave them on. They'll come up eventually. Rapid times, but for the love of all that is breathing, dial that speed knob down to GS when GS becomes active. Make that your top priority now. Okay. So do I understand what you're saying then? For the love of all that, dial the speed knob down when glide slope has become active. So what you're saying is, right, when the glide slope comes active, I'm going to switch that down first to 250 knots. Is that right? See I'm moving it now? And then for 10 flaps 210. And then for 25 it's 170, is that right? Right, this button's kicking off here. Oh god, it's 8 o'clock folks, that's when buttons gets a treat. It's 8 o'clock, treat time for buttons. Buttons is expecting a treat, folks. That's when Buttons gets a treat. Buttons are in the middle of the cruise, so you picked a good time. Do you want to come up here, please, and say hello? There we go. Let's produce Buttons. I don't have a treat on me, Buttons. What's VREF speed? Okay. We're going to have to look into that. I've forgotten about VREF altogether, folks. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Producer Buttons a treat. So that means I'm going to have to get off my seat for 18 seconds. And I'll be back then. No. Okay, Producer Buttons. Treat, time. Now, Producer Buttons. You make sure that was gone like quick. I would have taken longer to eat that. That's it. I know it's a bit of a yeah. That's what's happening. What's saying hello to everyone? Robert times at 10 p.m. flaps 1 at 10 nautical miles and flaps 1 speed 200. Then dial speed down to 1 mark. Yeah, let me just read that there. I'll get rid of that camera there now. Let's put it in the right position. Here we go. Let's have a look outside. The plane looks boss, says Phoning Up 88. Does look very good. The PFDG is very, very good. So Robert says, at 10 nautical miles flaps 1 speed 200. Then dial speed down to 1 mark on the PDF. Push the magenta box around it. And select flaps. When 5 at the 1 mark, then dial down to 15 mark when gears extended. Dial down to 15 mark. Don't know if I'm getting that, Robert. Give me a sec here. I'm gonna have a look. Oops, on camera. There you go. Nope. Get rid of my face for a moment. We are. Let's hit the V button to give us a visual representation. We're just about to cross over Amsterdam here, looks like. And straight down into right across. Birmingham's up here though, isn't it? Where are you? EG Bravo Bravo. There it is, there. Okay, it just didn't pop in. So here. So if I go right across here, yeah, we're in the right place. I'm probably going to turn right here. There we go. It is. Yeah, there we go. One over the English Channel there shortly. Excellent. Yeah, it's going to be a straight in approach with no save. So. 153 knots. 0.80 on the Mac. So now, let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. We're coming into runway 15. That doesn't make any sense. Oh no, it's the wrong airport. No, you dummy. Bravo. Birmingham. 115. ILSDB. So our minima is going to be C decision 103. Sorry, 403. So where do we mark that again? Oh, hang on, let me think. I'm not looking at the comments here now. Where's our minimums? Is it in here somewhere? V1 VR. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, where do I set the minimums then? Where do I set minimums? That's the question. I did it yesterday. Don't remember doing VRAF here. There's an actual switch for it if I remember correctly. Wasn't it? Let's have a look into the menu here. No. Right. Index. I want index here. There we go. Init ref. Okay, so approach. Here we go. Alright, so flaps 15, 144. So we're going to put 144 in here, I think you're saying here, Robert. Then 139. And 136. So I'm going to select one. We've got 30 flaps. We'll book it in here. So 139 like yesterday. Second. Bear with one. Looking stuff up here. Okay, minimums. How do I put minimums in? Bear with me, following up. I'm reading your comments here as well. The magenta speed and altitude in the next page. The magenta speed and the altitude in the legs page is the height at location and speed VNAV is going to leave you at approach. So if I go to a few pages here. So the speed is going to actually on auto throttle, okay? .144 for my 1.5. Okay, great. Thank you. Right. So that's the speed is going to take me in it, right? So minimum. So mins. Here it is. Here I knew it was somewhere. That was just a brain fart on my part. Let's just recenter myself the cockpit here a little bit. It's here. It's this whole button here. Minimums on the barrow. Great. Okay, just like the Airbus, but the Airbus is done with the flight computer. So our minimums, I said, was Class C 403 feet. There it is down here. And I get 403 feet there. See down here. Nice wheel. 3. Here we go. Very nice. And most importantly, don't forget the ILS. So there's our minimums here. C 403 feet. Cat 2. Oh no, we want Cat 1. How foolish of me. We're going to do Cat 1. Okay, so 503 feet. I stand corrected, folks. Probably shouting at me. So here we go. Down here. Oh God. There we go. 503 feet in the bar. Also. 2,500 feet to approach underneath the glide slope. So 2,500 feet. We go into, now that we're at our cruise, we can put it in. 2,500 feet. God, it takes ages. Oh, I have my little altitude button here, great. 2,500. Oh. There we go. That's that done. Top of descent is a good bit away. Can I speed up a little bit? Can we speed up a tiny little bit? I'll leave it as it is. Let's not mess things up today. Very good. So it's going to start descending automatically at top of descent. Then we're going to come down to 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet, we've got some stuff to do. The transition altitude is 5,000 feet, so we're going to change to QNH. And QNH, I'm going to get now on my phone. Let's see what the weather like. I'll read it out to you here. In Birmingham, should I say? Echo, Golf, Bravo, Bravo, Birmingham. Weather in Birmingham. Oh, it's IF4. I like that. Issued. Birmingham issued on the 16th at 9:50 Zulu. Sorry, 1950 Zulu, 1950 Zulu. 7:50. The wind is 170 at 8 knots. Not too bad. 10k or more. In the vicinity of the showers, there's broken cloud at 700 feet. Temperature 10, dew point 9. QNH 1001. 1001 once. 1001. I'm going to put it in here. In hectopascals, please. 1011. There we go. 1001. 1001. And it's awful weather. There's showers in the vicinity, so it's going to be changing. So that's 5,000 feet. And then we are on the approach then. And hopefully all will go well. So you can see it's a little bit of a longer stream. I wanted to give myself a little bit of time to get acclimatized to the cockpit. You know? And you're probably wondering, Ripper, you haven't put the frequencies in for the ILS. That's exactly what I'm thinking of next. So the ILS frequency is 146 is the approach course, and 110. This is set to nav 110.1. I could have gone the other way, but there you go. And transfer that across. We want 146 in the course bar. One. Oh, nice. Okay. 141. And let's check the radios here. It has actually put it in the radio. Nav 110.1. Excellent in the active box. So I love this. It does work very well. The radios here, these they do work well, but the rest I can't vouch for anymore. Do you know? I can't vouch for it anymore. There we go. And if you're curious, I'm using the real sim gear to change my altitude, which is up here. So that's kind of handy. See it there? 2005. And other than that, I think we're all good. I think we're all set up, folks. Why does it always leave it twisted like that? I can't see the boys now. There we go. We got Ian Bevo. Ian Bevo's finding the vision jet behind us. Limb Rocketeer, red cap. Who else have we got? We've got anyone else I'm recognised there? Ghost Rider's with us as well. There he is there. Is that Ghost Rider there? No, it's down here. What else have we got? Can't see the other ones. Limb Rocketeer, Ian Bevo, red cap. There's a few there. Might be nearby. There we go, folks. Really nice. Okay, I'm getting back to Robert Climbs here. Okay, so Robert is saying Mins at EFIS. Yeah, I figured that one out, Robert, didn't I? There's the barrow there, so that's actually a switch for it. Of course, I did this yesterday, you know. So I can change that. You can see it changing down here. You can see it changing here. Can you see it there? You can't, yeah. So there's the mins there. That's the 504. Cat 3 503. Oops. There we go. So that's, I think that's what you mean. Do you see the magenta box and the PFD now? Down here. No. 2,500. There's the speed. 6. Left on the speed tape. Yeah, this one here. Yeah. Then he says that's the box that you would be dialing down to -1 to -5 to 15 and VREF speeds. Use VREF +5 for wind correction, set flaps to 30 to 1,000 feet. Oh, that's too much. Back in the day with these procedures, Robert, I'd learn them off on my armchair, you know. I have to that's the box. I'll have to look that up. What I'll do one day, Robert, right, is I'll sit down and get Ryanair air procedures, I suppose. That's what you're probably giving me, and just learn them all. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. It's called armchair flying, which is actually most of the work's done sitting on your armchair. You know, for these things, isn't it? But it is hard to Robert to me to see what you mean, do you know? So I would be what I'm thinking is, and I hope I'm not being rude. I'm very grateful for your help, but what I'm thinking is, I don't want to be dialing that when I'm coming into approach manually. Do I want to be flicking around, pressing buttons and dials? Do you know? But I know you're right. I know you're right in what you're saying. I know that. That's what I'm down. So that's the speed. So this here, I'll be using the speed here to dial down. Okay. So I'll try it, Robert, right? I might mess it up. Okay. But we'll see how far, and it might be a eureka moment, do you know? Legs there. Speed it up manually there. Not going to make much of a difference. We do have a blistering headwind, 65 knots. A little less than that, but still about 60 knots or so. We could go direct to... We could speed things up. I come all the way around here. Let's go direct to... let's save some time to Woburn. Now that might mess things up, but I'm going to take the risk. Okay. Would that get rid of the... but that might decrease as well a bit of the crosswind as well. Woburn. Right, that could change things a little bit. So let's play it safe and go to Buzzard. Right. Let's go direct to Buzzard. Where's Buzzard? How do we go direct though? How do we do direct? Oh, I need to know that as well. Yeah, how do we go direct to Buzzard? That's important to know how to go direct somewhere, isn't it? Oh yeah, my fix. I'm gonna split that off now because I'm gonna do what you said there, Robert. I have it on the fix is the the airfield itself. You said runway, didn't you? So you said copy it from the legs menu, no? So copy at, just press it, and then go back to fix. Yep, I'll have that. There we go. So rad distance, we'll put in... I don't think the radial matters. I just put 180 at 5. The first one. And then 180 at 10. Boom. That's 6. Okay, so you can have loads of fixes in there. So that's interesting. Now, so that's that done. Then, so folks, if you just joined us, what will happen is when we come down here, you might be able to see it just there, right? Those rings. There are rings around the center of the runway. So it's just a nice visual identifier. So when I come up here, I know I'm 10 miles out and I got to put down flaps 1. Sorry, yeah, 10 miles out, flaps 1. Then the next ring, That's 5 miles out, and that's flaps 15 gear down. That's what Robert is saying. Great. Okay, Robert there is saying, let's do that again then. He's saying, down here with the fix, he's saying you don't need a radial, right? You can just put /5. So let's put /5. Oh, it doesn't like that, can I? How do I delete it? How do I clear it? Delete first. Oh yeah, delete button. Delete. Boom. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. You're doing very well helping me out, considering there's a time delay. So /5. Oh. /10. Oh. Excellent. And it gives the ETA 1642. That's sim time though, remember. In Zulu. So I was going to go direct, right? So how do I go direct? Legs. And if you still want it, copy and paste the buzzard on top of the legs page. Let's copy it to here, to this one. I see how that works now, thank you. That's very easy, Robert. So what you do to go direct, I'm going to get rid of Sabre here, so if I want to go direct to buzzard, copy it and paste it and hit execute. Boom. That saves a little bit. In fact, let's save a little bit more. Let's go to DTY. Yeah, we're good still. Let's go direct to DTY. So DTY to here. Execute. There we go. There we go. It's just nice to know those little things, because if you're on to ATC, they go direct to whatever, and you got to be quick, no? And that's a quick way of doing it. Great. So that'll save, and also we're getting more of a crosswind than a headwind now, so we'll get there a little bit quicker. Very nice. Top descent coming up. Let's get some rings on there. No, not you. Don't have a weather radar. Data maybe? That's too much. Don't train radar. That one. That will do. Don't have a weather radar yet. For some reason it's the same. There we go. And if we zoom in then. Oh no. I don't want the waypoints. That's 10 miles, that's 5. Well, that's 15, and the next one's 20. So 20 miles plus change for upper descent. Robert Times, just try to make it a bit more clearer. Remember the 1 and up positions on the PDF on takeoff. Someone approach, you will use the same positions. Same as approach, okay? Watch out, you may need to drag to meet constraints. You're moving a chunk of your RNAV profile. Yeah, it will screw things up a little bit, so we may need... Yeah, I gotta be careful with that. That was a little bit too... Because we have taken off distance here. So we'll see. The good old speed brake there, folks. That's what you want. The speed brake. That is the way. Okay. A few more miles to top descent now. 20 miles to top descent. Let's have a look outside. Let's just decam for a moment. Let's have a look at the YouTube comments. Sorry, YouTube. I didn't even get any music. We're going to get some music now in a second. Where are you? There we are. So, Do hit the like button, folks, if you like the stream. I gave myself a long flight today because I could sit here and play with stuff. Thank you, Robert Times. Robert Times, the hero, folks, who's actually teaching us all. Who's teaching us all something. Yeah, so Robert's following up saying watch out for constraints. Yeah. Wait a second, would you Bravo Mike uniform? Nib Rocketeer, Vosi Agveco, it's in the Hawk. Who else do I recognise there? Ian Bevo's down below us. Falling up there as well. There's Red Cap there, flying past. And a lot of people are a lot lower than us there. These little groups. See the little group down here? See these three people? They're obviously kind of, you know, they're all flying. Oh no, I'm wondering if they're all together. I don't know. You see these little groups from time to time. There's falling up way ahead. And the other aircraft without a tag is the real world traffic. And of course, we've got the lovely. Look at that. You got the contrails. That is pretty cool, no? Look at that. Maybe. Very good. Look at the ground, folks. Look at that. We're quite high. It's just bizarre. Look at the way that see here, the way the sun kind of highlights bits of the ground and shadows and everything. It's quite incredible. It really is quite incredible. Packs. Torque freaks in the Typhoon. $48,000 feet. 49 now. There's Red Cap down there. Oh, there's our descent, folks. We're going down. I could hear it. We're on our descent. At last. It's been a long drive. It's been an hour and a half now, and we're only starting our descent. Robert Times, 2 YouTube channels, 737 people should watch. 737 NG Driver and Flight Deck to Sim. That's where I got 80% of my knowledge from, give or take. Okay, cool. Are they real pilots, Robert Times, on the 737, I wonder? But Robert Times also says, but I do adjust my own likings. What airlines as what airlines as I like. Yeah, the real 737 pilots. Okay, cool. Good stuff. So we're making a bit more headway now. So we got rid of some of the headwind, whereas before it was kind of a lot more towards the nose. And our total distance to go is 97 miles. Nautical miles, of course. So, let's recap what I learned today. Very important to hit the toggle button. where is it here on the actual physical control? That's autopilot disengage. So where's the actual physical toggle button? I know where it is in mine. It's a little red button. Toggle button. Let's look around here. Where is the toggle button? So at DTY, you get 296, that's the speed, isn't it? Horn, 240 knots, CF 115, 240, and then C15, 155. 2,500 feet altitude. 144, which is our approach reference. Speed and barrow is minimum 503. Quite tired today. Quite tired. Thank you, Clappy D, for putting the Discord there. Thank you very much on YouTube there. I put it on Twitch there, folks. Discord is free. There you go. So it looks like much quicker now than with the Airbus. Because I learned the Airbus first, which I think is easier than the 737. Do you know, if I could say use that term? It is less buttons and switches, and it's more automated. So, and there's a lot of stuff in here, you go, ah, okay, that's, you know, like this button here for the minimums. Here. That's in the FMC. It's the same thing. You know, you're doing the same thing with the two aircraft, it's just differently. So the transition then, now I'm talking about just getting from A to B and having a little bit of, you know, knowledge. Add, amend, delete your route, you know, your altitudes and stuff. Then I'll be on to learning a lot more stuff, you know, that can be passed on. So folded up there is talking about procedures, so you got to choose procedures. He's talking about Ryanair. He uses the Ryanair. Now the Ryanair is the most common, and the Ryanair is the most common you'll see in YouTube. You see. So that's the thing. 22,000 feet now. We're on profile. I'm not going to give out about 54 feet here. Let's look outside. Ooh. Will I get the golden errors falling up there? Bobby D says the Boeing looks like it's an afterthought. The Airbus seems more logical. Yes, it is an afterthought. You know Boeing. I do know that much for sure, because if you look in here, you know, let's hop to the cockpit. It looks, it's got space for other stuff here, you know. I know that, but like icing, it's kind of, maybe it was always like that. I'm not you know, it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, whereas the Airbus panels, it says electrics, and it's, I get to hear, they got here navigation, okay fine, boom, but no, it's not navigation, because you got the alignment up here, do you know, you got other bits and pieces up here as well. There's the IRS display here, and it's kind of separated, But the Airbus is in one place. Let me see if I can find an example off the top of my head. So navigation is split into different places, if you think about it, you know. Icing, okay, it's kind of in the same place-ish. Electrics, if I see that's split up, this panel here is all in the one place. That's going way back, isn't it? But it's a little bit it's all over the shop. It's a very old aircraft, but still used. It's obviously for a reason. But I think it's about higgledy-piggledy. And I have to laugh when I see the FMCs here. You know, and now I'm used to them. They're okay. And well, I'm not. I'm kind of used to them. But you know what I mean. I'd much rather. Why aren't they using a Garmin 3000 or something? Do you know? See, it's very hard to change this stuff because it takes years and years and years of testing and training and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think the FMC has changed an awful lot since it was first introduced. That's my guess, because I've always had it, you know, and they still have it on the Airbus, even that's quite modern. There's the rings I was talking about. Thank you very much, Robert Times. Robert Times says try fill DTY 350/5, but don't press exec. See what it does. Am I too down or too late, Robert? I missed your comment there. Sorry. Copy D saying, oh, the position switches, etc. These here. Yeah, they're all out. They're kind of, you know, the safety belt signs are up here, kind of hidden away. Yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe you can put tea there, missus. Yeah, the lights are kind of split. But look. It's safe, you know. So there's more electrics here. This is all electrics. That's all electrics. That's all electrics. And that panel there. This thin one. Lights. Equipment cooling. Extinguisher lights. Bit higgledy-piggledy. Call the attendant. Safety belt signs. Wipers. Here, icing, electrics here again. And there's some electrics there, and there's more electrics up here now. They're all kind of all over the shop. Yeah, I see what you mean. Cabin pressure here and here. Okay, the fun but's coming up. The fun bit is coming up soon, folks. We are coming, take it fast. And have I got the right frequency? 146. Sorry, 110.1 for the ILS. We're not getting anything in there yet. DME, it gives us 14 miles. Wow, we're 14 miles out, folks. It's funny, you're sitting here for an hour and all of a sudden you're there and you've got to work very quickly. Now I'm kind of going, Jesus. So, approach checklist, altimeter check, that's fine. Localizer frequency, I've done that. Localizer course, I've done that. That's 146. Approach arm. Let's arm the approach. Can we approach from here? Can we arm it from here? I'm going to do it. Armed. So that's armed. And I did notice yesterday all this went off. And so did the approach mode. I thought something switched off. So, but it worked. So we are good for the moment. Light stop alive. Not yet. Let's just see if signs. Own. Lights 10,000 feet. Put on the taxi and runway turn off lights. I don't know. I'll just put on the landing lights for now. Light stop alive. Flaps. What's it saying about the lights there? Go around. Turn off. Runway turn off lights. Oh, they do come on. Okay. Runway turn off lights come on. I know I'm not doing it in an exact sequence there. That's 10,000 feet. We're turning now for final. Let's zoom in a little bit. 10,000 feet now, folks. Falling up. Yeah, the fact that it won't let me break the transition altitude. Okay, I don't know what that means exactly. You're way too high. Go around. Really? Yes, I am. Why am I too high? But I've been following, it's telling me I'm on the flight path. That's really annoying. I am too high. I'm like fucking, how many miles out am I? 5.7 miles out. So what happened there? Because I messed up the flight plan? I said, sorry, a bit tired myself. I didn't notice. Well, neither did I, Robert. That's a real pain in the ass. So I thought we were all good. So what happened there? What did I do wrong? You know, it didn't. I had to reset. Go Cessna mode. Yeah. No. Well, what we'll do, right? We're going to go manual, right? We're going to go manual. I'm going to go heading mode. Heading select. I'm going to come out. Okay, I'm going to have to work hard here now. I'm going to go around. I'm going to keep descending to 2,500 feet. And then we'll reactivate. Yeah, I'll use the ILS. It's still tuned. So I wonder why it didn't descend that time. It very well likely is because I changed the whole route by going direct that time, I'd say. And there was something I had to reset there for it to increase the descent and everything, I'm guessing. So you can't just go direct. There's something I should have done, I'm guessing. So that's a pain in the neck. So I wonder what happened there, Robert Times. That could be something I could learn now. That will certainly help. You know? Now we're turning downwind now. Follow up says, not sure it's you using the airport's VOR or waypoint you're flying over and coming back. Use level change to 2 knots. Use level change. And go to 220 knots. Thanks for rolling downwind now. Oh, there's someone gone underneath us. Copy the comment to the stream. Go Cessna mode. See the up marker on the PFD? Up marker? See the up marker now on the primary flight display. Up marker. No, I don't know what you mean by the up marker. Okay, we're 8.8 miles out now. Next along the 205 speed. 205 speed. No, 205 speed. Next. Up on speed strip. No. Next along the 205 speed. Here, it says up. Up on the speed strip, it says G Cook Scotland. There, you're pointing at it, okay. So that's when I put down, there you're pointing at it, okay. So what do we do with this? turning in for base now. So the speed should be decreased to that. Is that what you're saying, I'm guessing? So let's change the speed there to there. That's the speed to go. Robert Thomas says, yeah, there will be also 1, 5 and 15 markers. Set speed to up marker and flaps 1 now. Okay. Right. Now I think I see what you're saying. So that speed is 200 and that matches 210. Okay. Alright, so flaps 1 now. Am I correct? Oh, no. I'm too early. Flaps coming back up. So, okay, done flaps. Flaps 1 anyway. Can I hit approach here again? So now what you're saying is slow down then. Now speed dial down to 1. Okay. Oh, I see. And then when you get to the speed, right, you put down flaps 1. Am I right? And then, oh, and then set flaps 5. Okay. No, not that, not that. Heading. I don't want to intercept it like that. 10 miles out now. I'll never get it with that. And the super fog's decluttering. Oh, look at that view. Okay, let's get ready. Oh, fuel. Bingo fuel, folks. Not a good time to be doing a go-around then. Got 7.8 left. Approach is armed. Would it kick in now, I wonder? It's not giving me flap 5 here. Gear down. Let's get the gear down. Flaps 5. Thank you, Robert. Got speed down. .3 miles to go. Gears coming down. 3 greens. Well, arming speed brakes. Or sorry, lift jumpers. And brakes set to 3. And we're on the ILS now. So I have now 5 flaps. Flaps 15 now. Speed book goes to flaps 15. This is what you're saying, Robert? I think I got what you say, what you mean. You gotta try it, don't you? Yeah, you're doing great. Thank you, Robert. Look at the sun coming out of the clouds. Look at that. And now flaps 25. No? And speed down to, was it 139? 149? It was 139, wasn't it? There we go. Okay, I think I get you. Now I'm gonna go manual now. I'm gonna go rogue, folks. I'm gonna go manual. Autopilot's off. It's happening. Gears down, flaps are set, brakes are set, spoilers are armed, wind's coming from the left, 19 knots. Easy now, gripper sim, don't go half scale, whatever you do. Don't go half scale. I see what you mean now, and that's how they do it in the real world, is it? Because yesterday it just did it itself. Why is it telling me to go up? I'm going. No, that's not going to work for me. The flight director's telling me to bring the nose up. I ain't doing it. I'm going visual. There, we're on the pappies. I'm going to go in lower than it likes. Because it does definitely without shadow. We're way too high even now. Do you know? Speed's good. You can get about your light slip as much as you want. But they gotta fix that. It is a bug. I looked it up. Continue. Landing. Screen. Guys at the end of the runway. There we go. Reverse on. Get the nose wheel down. Forward on the stick. There you go. It's taking a long time to stop. I like that. 60 knots now. Reverse off. And hey presto. So I've learned something there. So the VREF comes up and you just bucket with the speed and it'll slow down with the speed. Excellent. Brilliant. Brakes off. Otherwise we'll come to a halt. Don't go to a halt, represent. Don't go. Ah! Off. Now I'm gonna trundle back now. Come on. I don't like him to stop on the runway. So bingo for you folks. Nice, this Slappy D. Time for a beer and crisps. Yeah, it's been 2 hours. I got a little bit of a headache. But we did it and we learned some stuff, folks. I think we learned some stuff thanks to Robert Times. Big style. Says with the winds above 10 knots, use at least 10 plus knots for VREF, max 15 knots for VREF. Though very strong winds. Was that 19 knots? Very strong winds, do you think? So you add, yeah, I do. I remember that now. You're going to add a few knots for the winds and whatnot. Or you could say casually add a few knots for the wife and kids, especially if it's gusty. Do you know? Flops up. Let's taxi back. Oh, don't get choppy on me now. Going uphill a little bit here, folks. Now we're going to cross the runway over to this side here. So I took the wrong exit, but never mind. We'll go to the cargo parking. We'll go down to the parking. Or cross maybe over here a little bit. Cross. It always leaves it at an angle. Those views. Yeah, we can cross over there. Oh no, we're in the right place. We're in the right place. We're in the right place. Welcome to Birmingham, folks. Don't go in the grass. Welcome to Birmingham. I was so busy there, I didn't show the control comps there. Sorry about that. So that's another thing I've learned with the VREF there. So with the speed, which I've now set here, that's great. It is it's a very good scenery. Very lots of detail in the scenery, isn't it? Loads of detail. My television isn't liking this at all. So much for the G2 HD TV. I'm seeing a bit of screen sharing here. Oh, we got something happen. We got a rage there. Just at the end of the stream. You've joined us, folks, at the end of the stream at the raid. We're learning the 737. Get to A to B. Welcome, everybody. AI2W has rated us with a party 4. AI, welcome, and all. You've joined us at a good time if you're newbies, because I'm learning the 737, and Robert Times is teaching us. And I'm passing what Robert Times says on to you. So, you've come at a good time. But, generally a good time. But, you've just got us at the end of the stream. So welcome. What are you up to, folks? Say hello. Say, I'm going to 54L, Lima. Oh, didn't quite turn very well there, did I? Keep the wheels moving. Because the other thing I got to fix then is the fuel, you know. There we go. Get that yellow line in between your legs, and I guarantee you that we got a marshaller. Great, we got a marshaller. Keep coming, he says, or she says. I can't tell the difference. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, a little bit more. What's she saying there? And then left when we stop. They always do that. There you go, folks. Now let's get rid of the old Toby iCam. Put on the brakes. Flaps are up. Now we start shutting down, generally speaking. But we got the replay to do. The replay has to happen, folks. Robert Times, you're a hero. Thank you very much, Robert. You really helped me out there. I was worried there I wasn't getting what you were saying, and I didn't actually. So as you're coming down, it'll tell you flaps 1, and then you move the speed bug down to 1, and the speed will come down to that speed and everything. Why we were too high and all that kind of stuff, I don't know. It's probably when I changed when I went direct there too much. Following up, thank you very much. Robert Times says, nicely done, sir. Thank you very much, Robert. We really appreciate you, all of us, on YouTube there. We're learning everything from Robert Times here at the minute, folks. It's always the fuel, says Copy D. Tucker Fingerlass, greetings to you. It's for the center tank. Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I was looking at 7.7 tons. Oh, it is. Look, there's the center tank, 0.1. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Thank you. Great. Tucker, let's switch on the old cam here. Hang on. There we go. We got producer buttons action happening here. She knows that it's come to an end. Now, so replay time, folks. Let's have a quick look around the airport. This is Birmingham. This is the one with the most stars and the most sales. Let's just say, let's have a quick look around. Birmingham's a great add-on, actually. There's lots of life and stuff happening. Tagging up. There's red cap there in the V35. We've got other traffic happening in the rear world traffic. We see the others. Have the others landed already? It looks like they have. Looks like the others have landed. I can see red cap voice Aveco is with us as well. That's the Hawk actually flying. I can't see the others just yet. They may have stopped for their tea. You know, but it is a very good airport. I mean, look at the, you know, good to tell. You can kind of see the insides and everything. I can hear all the sounds of all the different aircraft. It's like it's busy. It's a great airport. Okay, let's do the replay and not keep you waiting any longer, shall we, folks? Let's reset the cam. Let's make sure the flaps are down for the replay because it won't animate those flaps for us. Let's put the flaps down. What were they? 25. Flaps are 25. And that's all we need to do there. Producer buttons going behind the cables. Producer buttons, please come away from the cables. Thank you. Let's declutter now as well for the replay. There we go. Let's get the replay here. Stop recording and replay. We'll do the takeoff while we're here. While we can see it. Let's come outside here. It's going to take a second to load in. Oh, I didn't notice Bremen behind the trees there when we were taxiing out. Very nice. Let's get to the takeoff. Let's pause the replay there. See a replay. I wasn't quite at the centre of the runway there. I think I was chatting to you. You know. Too much chit chat. So we're going to have a look at the landing here and see what you think. We're all learning. Thanks, Cripper. Thank you, Clappy D. And thanks to Robert Times on Twitch there. Robert, you're a hero. And Folded Up has happened out as well. Folded Up, thank you. There you go. So let's see the tail. How close it gets to the ground, you know. There we go. Flying Dutchman. Flying Dutchman, folks. What's going on here, folks? That is not me. But got choppy in takeoff, didn't it? I don't know what to tell you. 4090 folks. 4090 can't run Flight Simulator. That's a problem for us, isn't it? Do you remember I got choppy in takeoff there and I was absolutely furious? That angered me a fair bit now. Anyway, there we go for Bremen. Got a bit crazy after takeoff, I don't know why. It might be a bug of Bremen, I'm guessing. Okay, let's move ahead then and get to the landing. Let's get to the landing then. All the way. It's going to take a second for it to load in there. And we need to move a little bit closer. And resume replay. So we're going to do the 3 views. One with fixed here. Decluttering. Decluttering. Okay. There we go. So I had to go around, is the only mystery, probably because we were too high by a lot, and I did go direct, and I took a chunk off the flight plan, so I think that messed up the computer there. Of course, we've got the customary aircraft in the middle of the runway. Ignore them, I don't know why. I think it's the recorder, it's got to be the flight recorder. Ignore the aircraft in the middle. So look how below I was the pappies, right? But look, you'll never make the touchdown markers. So I did look it up. Okay, I'll take that. I did look it up and it does take you in too high. There we go. Now let's have a look from the side. But it was enjoyable. Robert Time says, let's just say we took the scenic route. Nah. Maybe the sim is enabled for it, I don't know. Well, we got out of it. We got out of a hole, didn't we? And that's the important thing. We just turned around back into the ILS and I learned some stuff coming back in. Thanks, Red Cap. Another enjoyable flight, says Ian Pemberton. Thanks, Ian. Good stuff. And of course, the passenger view. Let's not forget the passenger view. Which view's best? I think this one's better. Maybe we can switch between the two. Wing flex a bit. Oh, maybe it's bumpy. It is quite... What scenery? I just still, to this day, I'm just still like in awe of the scenery. There's the spoilers going up there. I love the traffic, seeing the traffic coming over. That is stunning. There we go. There goes the spoilers. And the reverse thrust. Nose wheel. That's a silly airplane in the middle of the runway for some reason. I like the way it seems to me a bit more realistic than the Airbus. I'm not saying the Airbus is bad, it's great, but it's more momentum. There's much more momentum in the aircraft. That's what I stopped because I was so slow taking off the brakes there. But I am enjoying it. It's still a bit of a mystery to me, but we can get from A to B. And that's the skeleton. Now we got to make problems. Now we got to fix stuff, you know, and then we will learn as we go. Thanks to Robert Times for following up. Says it was a flight plan you flew. You flew over the airport, but you had to extend because of what it planned. The plane wouldn't make the turn. Simbrief gave me the same direct approach. So it might have been the flight plan. Yeah, that could have been. I'll take that because it's, you know, then it's off me. Then I'm off the hook, which is great. You know, and those of you who joined there, AI2W, welcome. Hopefully we'll see you again. We're on every night. Thanks, Nitwit. He says hit the like button, please. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget, if you just joined us during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 7 o'clock local Irish UK time, we do a flight. We're learning the 737, and then of course Sundays is the big day. Crazy madness in GA, no rules. You know, no rules at all. Crazy madness, trying to get ourselves into trouble, trying to take the signs of flight plan, and you can see it from the Discord. And there you go, folks. That's my plug there for tonight. Robert Time says you've already learned more than just getting from A to B grip. Doing great. See you again. Thank you so much, Robert Times. You're a star. You can't see my thumb. You're a star, and everybody is stars here. You're all, you know, you're great. So, folks, I will take some Sulfadine for my little headache. Juicy Buttons is she in bed? Juicy Buttons would like to say goodbye. Yeah, she's having a little nap, not for long, because she's going to be jumping around soon. And folks, I will see you tomorrow night at the same time, 7 o'clock Irish UK time. And ciao ciao, and have a great night. And well done on your job as well, the new job. Ciao ciao.
Forget that day.
You're up, Norman.
Hero of the hunt.
No, you are not. LaGuardia, Cessna 365 now, 1500.
We are heading for the hunt.
Negative. Disregard that last transmission.
Okay, you need to return to LaGuardia.
Negative, that was transmitted in error. Take your hand off the mic, Norman.
We are going down.
I'm still on. I didn't hit the end stream button, folks.